Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Hello.
So, guys, tonight we're having a Friday hangout kickback. So, this was my brother Taj's idea for us to just come hang out with you guys on what we would really regularly be doing if we were hanging out with each other. We have some topics that we do want to discuss. There's a few things that we have going around in our understanding with trying to understand some things that are happening in the community. So, I'm going to go ahead and, we're just going to let the conversation flow, see where it takes us to. We're just now coming back into the public light to go ahead and set the platform and the foundation for what we have going on over here at Lima Maxim. You guys know that we are a universal school of free thought. Come as you are. There's important things that we're going to be covering as far as civics, as far as trust, as far as being a secured creditor, things that are very necessary in our community so that we can stop being plagued by particular bondages that are holding us here, in the physical realm and in the spiritual realms. So we do want to touch on those topics. We do, if you have comments, if you have some things that you've discovered in your walk and in your journey, comment them. Taquana, you on the Facebook because I'm over here. But we're going to see your comments and we're definitely going to respond to them. So, yes, share the video too. Love you guys. So, what's up, Janote?
Let me take this time to say hello to everyone on my Facebook. Probably noticed.
We broke them out, y'all.
Yes, I've been in
Give us free.
Yeah, give us free. Yeah, I've been in Facebook jail. That's pretty much what's been going on with me. So if anybody was wondering, just got to be here on Fridays, man, because I'm in jail for a month.
Lima Maxim will come get you.
Oh yes, they came and got me out. So yeah, just piggybacking off of what Tiffany said, man. We're gonna go over a few things. We're gonna try to keep it light for the most part, although there are some, serious overtones with some of the things that we will go over. And I don't think she'll mind saying this, or me saying this rather. But I just had a conversation with my sister because originally with this video, you don't mind if I go here, do you?
Go ahead. We're, it's all in love.
All right. So, y'all know that, some of us came from the Hebrew Israelite movement. So we were originally going to address some of the elements in that movement. Myself, as well as Tiffany and Taquana, I don't know, Taj, you were pretty about people, but we all come from the Hebrew Israelite culture. Fortunately, the Most High allowed us to, learn different things, and He's constantly expanding, our paradigms, when it comes to knowledge and things that we're coming into. So, not to be long-winded. So originally this video, I was going to go in on Hebrews. It was going to be in love, but, my sister, she pulled me to the side. She was like, look, we're a school of universal thought. So it would be kind of hypocritical to go in on Hebrews with some of the things, that they may believe, and I agree with that. We don't want anyone to feel alienated. We don't want anyone to feel like their faith is being attacked. We don't want anyone to feel not welcome, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, you know, what your body politic is. What we're about are principles. You know, and I actually had a conversation with a cousin of mine, you know, and he made a very good point. He said, when you're trying to build a nation, you know, one of the issues that are prevalent with people who are engaged in nation building is we only look for people who share our beliefs. And it's not about people who share your beliefs. It's about people who share your principles, because people are going to believe different stuff. You know, some people are going to believe in Yahweh Shah. Some people are going to believe in Jesus Christ. Some people are going to believe that, you know, Muhammad is the way, or Noble Ali, or Buddha, or whoever. At the end of the day, do you share my principles? You know, do you believe that, you know, you should treat other people, you know, how you would want to be treated? You know, do you believe in dealing in equity? Do you believe in the principles of trust, in the maxims of equity? You know, so that's where we are. You know, I think I can speak for everyone here. You know, regardless of what your religious creed or body politics is, welcome you with open arms, because if you share our principles, and see that's my phone right there is agreeing with me. That's called synchronicity.
Energy.
Yeah. If you share our principles, that's what we want, man. So, you know, I'm not gonna go in on, you know, my Hebrew brothers or my Moor brothers or sisters or whoever you are. If you share our principles, then I call you brothers. That's good.
That's true. What's up, Taj? How you feeling tonight? What's up, beloved?
Okay,
cheers.
I got grape juice. What you drinking?
What you got in that cup?
It's communion time.
You got the blood of Christ.
I'm taking communion.
Right.
Listen, guys, how y'all doing out there? I just want to piggyback off of everybody else. Let's see. I grew up in the Baptist church. I was a Muslim. I was a Pan-African. I was a Moor. And now I'm free. Five things. So it's all about growth. And who knows, tomorrow I might be something else. You know, but we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. I want to say it again. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. Don't get caught up in the avatars and dogma, guys. You know, we're trying to all go into the fifth dimension, and you can't go in there with that hate. You know, no matter what you want to call yourself, what you do in the private is just that. It's private. It's your own business. Nobody cares, but we respect all. It's just that when we need to come together and sign on the dotted line, we have to have unity, and it's got to be shalom all the way to the top.
Shalom on the walk up.
Shalom on the walk up. That's all I care about. That's all I'm concerned with, because at some point you're going to need your brother. So we don't need to be out here ostracizing people on Facebook, on YouTube, gangbanging on digital gangbangers. We're not about that. And if we're going to be family, we all got to move as one. We got to have the same heartbeat, same principles, and we got to love. You know, this thing is going to take love, and we're going to love people back into uplifting fallen humanity. Ashe, namaste, and all of that. Okay.
All that good stuff.
All that good
in
stuff.
The middle, all in between, never low, always high.
Hey,
right?
I'll drink to that.
All right. Cheers. Yeah, but you know, guys, they're exactly right. They're exactly right. Sis, you got something you want to add to that? I think I muted you because your thingy, your avatar was popping up. But what's up, Taquana?
She's still on mute.
Hold on, love bug. You on mute. You muted yourself.
Yeah, I took it off. Sorry. I'm the same way. I actually started as a Baptist all my life, growing up in church, and I just felt like that wasn't the truth there. And then I started following the Israelites, and I quickly knew that wasn't for me. But then I came here and I feel like my spirit brought me here. And this is, I belong here. Like, it's a feeling I really can't describe. And I just knew it was right. And like you said, this is universal love. Indeed, it is. And, you know, you just feel welcome here. I could say it a million times, you know, but it's the truth here. I can feel it. I really can.
Oh, I feel like that emoji that'd be like this. But you know, guys, like, you know, I've always said, you know, on multiple conversations that I've had with a lot of people, you know, no matter which path you choose to get here, we're all walking up. We're all gonna meet at the top of that prism once we get out of it, you know. And when you realize that you're a spirit having a human experience, you're like, this is the coolest thing ever. You're telling me that I got my own little third dimensional being that can be whatever it wants to be, right, whatever it wants to do it, however it wants to do it. And you're right, because throughout life, you're going to wear different hats. Okay. Mm-hmm. And in those different hats attract a different body politic, or it attracts a different audience. All right. The day you got dressed up to go work at that slave camp down at Walmart, okay, right, you went for that application, you know, you put on your casual gear. I don't know how you dress, but you put on your button up and your slacks and everything. You attracted a different audience. And if you were to have had engaged in that different audience, it would have led to a different lifestyle. And these different lifestyles are essential for your evolution while having yourself a human experience. So, you know, I promote people trying out different customs and different cultures. Shoot, I embrace myself in all of it. I want to know, because of the fact that we don't know everything. And it's not for us to know everything. And the fact that we think that we know everything is what is the essential reason of why we are separated from each other. When in reality, it is all of us that know everything, because we are all in the image of the Most High, of the Creator, which knows everything. Universal knowledge. We can agree to that, right? So that is the unification in that, you know. And just like Taquana said, just like Janote said, just like Taj said, it's universal love, because that is universal language. That is one language. That is a frequency that vibrates so high. It doesn't matter if you're talking astrology and I'm talking numerology and you over here talking about UCC code. It's all going to correlate, because we're vibrating on that frequency. So in any event, let's make this educational.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you mentioned, because the one thing that, regardless of body politics, that all of us need to understand is that we are under rule by people who, they don't care what your religious orientation is. Their whole purpose is to enslave, is to make you a debt slave. Period. You know, so, you know, whether it's, you know, my Hebrew brothers, Moors, or Christian, whoever, you know, we have to get from up under this master, you know, because you can't really worship in spirit and in truth if you have an overlord You know, a lot of us, you know, you know, the Hebrews and everything, they say we worship the Most High and Yahweh Shai and or whatever you want to call them, you know. But the fact of the matter is, you know, we can't even really engage in that in spirit and truth because we have another master, you know, which is the corporate entities. You know, I don't want to get too much into that, but the point is that this process, this becoming secure, this nationality, declaration of nationality process, this is how you get on the road to actual freedom. Then once you're free, do you. You know, if you want to be a Muslim or whoever, a Hebrew Israelite or more, whoever, but you cannot be anything fully until you go through that process. You know what I mean? So I think that is what's missing in a lot of the religious circles, and that's what we're trying to bring into the mix. Civics. We got a whole lot of churches. We got a whole lot of temples. We got a whole lot of schools, and none of them are teaching civics. So that's our role. We want to bring civics. We want to bring nationality, declaring your nationality. We want to bring. I want to bring the fly swatter so I can get that damn fly.
I got some Florida water.
You got some Florida water. Like,
right here. Let's get it.
Cold as hell. Like, where did he come from? I thought he was still in the ground. Yeah, that's what we want to bring to the community. We keeping religion out of it. And I just think it's better that way. Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, your beliefs and your beliefs. We deal in principle. As long as you're a good person, you deal in equity. You ain't trying to gank nobody because we ain't trying to gank you. We good. We good. What you do in the private is what you do in the private, man. Like, for real, because it just gets too messy.
Yeah, it does. We sit here and we have these conversations all the time. And you want to know, I was talking to my spiritual mom before I got on this video, and we were having a conversation, and it just hit me upside the head like boom, wig back again, y'all. Like, and we were talking, and we were talking about the realm of the religion thing, right? And the bondage in which things brings, of these thought forms of us still once trying to think that we have it all figured out. And I correlated this with the assignment that we're on, guys. And I was like, she said something. She says, it all started off of the creator saying, this is what it is, right? But then it became a telephone game, right? It became a perception after perception, and then we wanted to identify with it. We wanted to kind of have our spin on it by being the beautiful, original individuals that we are, And I correlated that over to what's going on in the community, and every single person that calls Lamu a Maxim, I already know what it is. Because what they call and they say is fragmented information.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did nationality, secure party creditor become its own religion?
How about that?
Yeah.
That's the consensus that we're in. And that's why we're coming to you this way, because it's another thought form off of a breakdown. Just like, yo, your stuff's watered down. Like, come on, let's elevate. Let's get where we need to go so that we can go ahead and lay down these platforms and lay down this dynasty and lay down these legacies for our children. you know, off of principles. There are principles that we do need to have, you know, but we all have, like, we have to have an understanding. We have to have an understanding overall that regardless of all that, mind your business. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, in that way, but in the way like, hey, you want to go home and worship these feathers? Go home and worship those feathers. Where's your potato, Taj? You want to go home and worship, you know, whatever you want to worship on. Mind your business. Keep it in your house.
Well, since it's Friday, we changed the onion today.
Oh, onion. Holy. I'm not even gonna do that today. But
it's an onion.
You know what?
Dr. Yami will be back Tuesday.
What, Taj? How come it's not just popping y'all's face up whenever? Yeah, like, did I push something?
What you just said, you know, is it probably scares some people. It shouldn't, but it probably scares some people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's some Hebrews out there who heard that, and they're like, "Oh my God, idolatry! Oh, they preaching idolatry." We ain't preaching anything. That's kind of my point. We ain't preaching nothing. What you do is what you do. You know, and I know some of the people who are watching this who know where I came from, you know, and who know what I used to teach. It's probably sacrilege to them, but it's like, yo, at the end of the day, whoever you feel the creator is, you're going to face that person or that entity alone. You know, and we ain't, I'm personally, and I can think I can speak for everyone on this video, we ain't in the business of converting. You know what I mean? Because people is going to think what they're going to think. They're going to worship what they're going to worship. They're going to screw who they want to screw. Yeah, I'm going there. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to smoke what they want to smoke. They're going to snort what they want to snort if that's what they do. You know, it's really nothing you can do about it. Like, it's just really like, let's just be real. It's nothing that any one of us, I don't care how much you scream, you know, what you preach. Yeah, you're going to have some people who want to be in agreement with you. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just going to be a revolving door.
Yeah.
It's a revolving door. And it's a futile mission. You know, at the end of the day, change yourself. You know what I'm saying? Change yourself. Get yourselves right. All of that getting right is declaring your nationality. Because right now, if you haven't gone through the process, you're a stateless being. Period. Mammon rules you for the Hebrew. You know what I mean? The government rules you. You know, so that's what we on, man. I don't mean to be a broken record to talk too long, but you know, I already know with some people who just screamed and started throwing up stars of David. And then you got people who see the Star of David and they started screaming like, "Ah, Star of David." You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got you know, like, seriously.
It's inside of you the whole time. It was there. Who you're scared of is yourself. Face your fears and your fears will disappear. This is like virtual Freddy Cougar. But it's cool though. You know, it's cool though because, like I say, we got trust issues. So that means you need to get the trust. You need to know how to formulate a trust because right now there's a tier that just went into trust and they had to take a little break because they're like, that was the creator. So
yeah.
But in any event, Yes, we still have trust issues that are prevalent in the community, and to be honest, how could you not?
Right.
Yeah.
Like seriously, how could you not? Like even out of that, like let's just get away from that and let's try a different topic. Let's just try survival. Like people that even got time to even think about being religious.
Right.
You know, there's so many ways and so many other facets that go along that play a part into this. I keep getting comments. There's so many facets that play into this that fear is the number one thing. And what was the message, Yehuda? What did they tell us about fear?
Oh, fear is not of the Lord. You know that. And whenever an angel appeared, what is the first thing he said? He said, fear not. You know, so everybody's out here selling fear. That's what they're selling. So if you hear that, if you see, if you're getting afraid and you're feeling in lack, you already know that's not of the Lord. Or you should know. Off rip. Oh, it's not enough. I don't have enough. I don't have this. You were born secure. You're children of the Most High.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And that's really where we need to get back to, is knowing that you were born a secure party creditor. It was, see, and this is when I start talking to my sisters, you know, and this is something that when I feel I need to express to them, because we're living in a duality. Okay. We are on Mother Earth. Can someone tell me how we got to the world? And where is it?
It's a lot of different worlds. People is
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, they talk about the seven heavens and heaven on earth, but I think it's kind of, you know, it's here. It just depends on what level of understanding you see it on, because we all are here on this third dimensional realm, but we're all having way different life experiences. Okay. So there are those of us that are vibrating on a different frequency to where we're from where I sit, I understand, and I'm compassionate, and I'm empathetic for the ones that are in a box that I'm looking at, that all around that box is a wall, and they don't know how to get out of that box because they simply don't know how to look up, because they're too busy wanting to look at what's in front of them and what they're projecting in front of them. And I understand that. And it's sad. Okay. So it's not just about a religious sphere. There's an educational bondage. You got people going to college every single day, getting into debtor situations to graduate from college for some, I don't know, marine biologist, but you working at the auto zone.
Right.
And you believed.
They building a bunch of those everywhere.
You believed in your whole heart that you were going to go to school and you were going to make something of yourself and you were going to make mama and daddy proud. And all that was for nothing. Mm-hmm. And you got a whole nother genre of people that riding around getting it, being debtors, trying to finesse people out of this, that, and the third, being Mars and commerce with that Mars energy. You know, finessing people for this, finessing people for that, trying to juke and jive. And then when things don't go your way, because that's the energy that you're projecting, and now when it's coming back full circle on you, now you want to point the finger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, we as a people need to take responsibility and come with our hands clean.
Can I just say, Can I say it?
Go ahead.
See, I don't want to say it because it's going to offend some people, but it needs to be said. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you.
Please interrupt us for this small commercial break.
Yo, I just got to.
The truth hurts.
All right, Yehuda. Okay.
I got
all right. All right. Well, wait. Let me enter. Can I?
Go ahead.
Let me set the tone before you do this. Okay. Because you're gonna do it. Because I know my brother. Okay. Now, all right, guys. Let me get all up in your face. Now, there has been a very important message that me and my brother have been going back and forth with that has been laid on his spirit, and he kind of abandoned it. And I'm gonna just go ahead and be honest. Yes, I woke it up. I poked the bear. It's my fault. I accept full responsibility. I'm indemnified, so it's cool. But yes, I reserve all my intellectual property, and yeah, that part. But seriously, yeah, there is something that he really wants to convey, because of the simple fact that, like he said, we did come out of that Hebrew Israelite spear, and we were in that box. Like, we were in there. Like, the people had me convinced I hated myself. Like, for real. You know what I mean? Like, the things that I put myself in as a goddess, the situations that I put myself in as a queen, the position that I put myself in as the creator of Mother Earth that you walk on.
Yeah.
Women, get it together.
Please do.
Yeah, and it's a lot of brothers who would have, but not, I don't want to say a lot because I think more about people than that. But there are some brothers out there who would have an issue with what you just said. But let me just clear it up, you know, because this is an understanding that I came into. And no, this ain't simping. This ain't none of that garbage that a lot of
We're not in the human capital.
Would throw out there. You know, the woman is equal. Period. You know, it's duality. You know what I'm saying? Two sides of one coin. You know, so we gotta get out of this woman hating, woman less than thou paradigm. And back to what I was going to say, nobody's coming to save you. Okay? Any man that's waiting for somebody to come save you, you need to get your life together. Now, that I'm not saying that, you know, one day the sky's not going to crack and someone won't come down. It's very possible because it was a thought, and we know that thoughts create things. So it very well could happen. But why are you waiting? That's kind of my thing, because the Hebrew culture, it teaches you to wait for a rescue.
But wait a minute, it's really not even them alone, because we have other organizations that worship political figures.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, everybody's waiting for a savior.
It's man worship.
It's man worship. Whether you waiting on Barack Obama, you thought he saved you, you know, or you got people who thought Donald Trump was going to save them. You got women who thought Hillary Clinton was going to save them. Everybody's always waiting for a damn savior. There is no savior but you. Okay? Mm-hmm. Like, you really understand that. Noble Drew Ali couldn't save you. Muhammad couldn't save you. Jesus, Yahweh Shai, Yasha, whatever you want to call him, he didn't save you. Only you can save you. You are a manifestation of the Most High God. You have the power to create. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Like that, man, I think that is at the crux of all of our problems as a society. Everyone is waiting for a savior when the only savior is in the mirror.
But is it really the crux of someone wanting to save us? Or is it the crux of being a debtor and having a debtor mindset of not taking responsibility for what you do and thinking that, oh my goodness, I've been forgiven? No.
You got to
discharge with yourself and be understanding, to be stood over. Okay? This is what it boils down to. Like, I don't even deal with that. I don't deal with human ideology.
Yeah.
But what I am going to say is this, and this is my take on it. We got to be responsible. We have to learn how to first be a trustee to then be a benefiting beneficiary. We have to come with our hands clean. We have to take responsibility for the things that we have done in this life. We have to take responsibility not only for the public debt, but the karmic debt that we've created. Let's just be real. Face your fear, which is yourself, because the reality that you're living in is the one that you've solely created. Soul to a living spirit.
And a lot of the realities that we find ourselves in, quite honestly, have been created out of ignorance. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't know what you don't know. And we understand that. I mean, we still got a lot to learn. Life is, you're always learning, you know, but a part of learning is being in the correct posture to know that you don't know everything.
Right. Yeah, we don't know everything.
Like, we don't know everything, yeah. So why are we walking around here acting like we do, like we have all of the answers?
Can I say this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get you on here because for some reason we're not clicking on. All right, there you
go. Okay. If we're going to talk about godly and the creator, and everybody in their own creeds are trying to be God, then why are you coming with your hands looking like cups? You should be coming to be a giver, because the creator gave. And the creator doesn't take. He doesn't need anything, or she doesn't need anything from you. That's one thing. Second, I want to address all the men that don't like women. Isn't it funny that it's been said, it's after 11 o'clock, all the children in the bed, right? Heaven, so I was told, is between a woman's legs, and everybody just trying to go home. Everybody just trying to go home. So at the same time, you hating a woman, but you want to go to heaven. But nobody want dead. You hear me? Nobody want dead. So we must deal with that. This is no longer the season for, yo, man, can I get a hookup? Stop it. Right. Stop it. The four of us in this group, not one time has anybody said to the other one, yo, let me get the hookup. And each of us have our own talents, but we all respect each other. And out of that grew the trust, and out of that grew love.
Yeah.
That's how you deal with things. Okay, this whole nonsense about loving first and then you trust, no. You got to build trust. In God we trust. So from now on, guys, no more Jimmy. My name is Gimme, or the other way around, whatever. Take yourself, do an evaluation, and come into La Mule Mexum. What can I give? What can I give? Because trust me, Tiffany don't need your commercial paper. She don't need it.
Your money ain't good here.
She don't. Your money. Your money ain't good here.
I give it back to them half the
Right.
time.
Right. Right. So come with your talents and your gifts. Figure out who you are and what the Most High sent you here to do. Me, I came here to get some variety and have some fun. Man, if everybody was just like each other, it would be a boring place to live here. I wouldn't want to be here.
Right. Autobot on Shabbat. Hold on, wait. Who was I on the phone with? I'm sorry, Taj. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's all right.
It was you. We were at Dunkin' Donuts earlier today when I was like, go ahead and pick me up a mocha iced coffee. And you were like, and she was like, would you like anything else? And you were like, yeah. Do you deliver to Alabama? And she was like,
messed up a whole matrix. She didn't even know what to do with that because she's been programmed. She's been programmed.
You got questions?
Yeah, we got a question. And this comes from Sandy Fanacal. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I'm sorry if I messed that up.
Sandy from Florida.
Fanacos.
Okay, Sandy.
I remember that. I was like,
the question is, who takes responsibility for what was done to us?
You do.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much. See, a lot of people get two things mixed up. We get fault mixed up with responsibility. It might not be your fault that something happened to you, but it's most certainly your responsibility to correct it. Will Smith, you did a great video on this. You should look it up, fault versus responsibility. You know, obviously, you know, we have a turbulent history, you know, as an Aboriginal people on this planet. Me personally, I say it's our fault and responsibility because at the end of the day, if you have control of the planet and all of this happened, well, it was on our watch. So I say it's our fault and it's also our responsibility. Some people might not share that view, and I completely respect and understand that. But at the end of the day, what cannot be argued is whose responsibility it is. I'm gonna give you an example. You know, some of us suffer childhood traumas, you know, where we might have been, you know, sexually assaulted, or, you know, our parents might not have been the best, or, you know, we find ourselves in bad situations that carry over into adulthood. You know, yeah, daddy hurt you. You know, yeah, mama wasn't there. Yeah, daddy wasn't there. You know, yeah, this person touched me. Yeah, whatever it is, whatever trauma or disappointment you may have suffered in your past, at the end of the day, you getting better is on you, because you getting better only benefits you. So even when it comes to, you know, the things that have happened to our people throughout the course of history, too often we get into this narrative of, oh, what was us? Somebody owes us this. Listen, don't nobody owe you nothing.
That part.
That part. Like, let's just keep it all the way 100. Don't nobody owe me anything. Don't nobody owe you nothing. We don't even owe our children anything.
Right, Janelle.
Yeah.
Aren't you the one that has to discharge your own debt?
Yeah. See, you got to,
like, even you get an understanding that you're the one that has to put you in the position to do your own A for V.
Yeah, and you got to put the world on notice as to who you are, and now you're in the position to take control of your commercial affairs. So
you don't skip the first step. It's nationality.
Yeah, nationality. You got to put the
tell
world
them about it, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Got to tell them about that one. But I ain't mean to cut you off. You know how I get.
No, you know how I get. I get talking, so
we do this every day, though.
Can I ask this question? Can Sandy
jump in the conversation, Taj? It's me. I'm here.
Can Sandy be a little bit more? Can Sandy be a little bit more specific about who did what?
Yeah,
I would like her to be a little bit more specific, if she could, because again, I came from the Pan-African movement, and I love my brothers and sisters. But after a while, on those Sunday meetings, and I think I told you in Guana, I used to be down in Brooklyn. And for every Sunday we'd be down in Brooklyn. It was F the white man. The white man did this, and the white man did that, and the white man did this. But you going to his job on Monday. Yeah. I needed to know, and nobody could ever give me a straight answer. How can on one hand you be the black kings and queens, but then you got an oppressor?
Yeah, the white man is my child.
Right.
He's my child, straight up.
Right.
If
we are the originators and the original human beings of this planet, they are our children. So guess what? It comes right back to us again. It comes right back to us again. This whole deal about black kings and queens, and you got an oppressor, that's plaids and stripes. That don't mix.
Yeah, and
you can't.
In Taj, we can even take it to scripture, because even scripture said that the children will be the oppressor.
Correct.
So at what point in time do you take control of what you created? You're the parent.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. No, you're the parent. And see, people don't want to really go back, and that's why I asked Sandy, can she be more specific when she's talking about time? You know, what are you talking about? Taquani, did she come up with it? Did she have another question?
Yeah, she said, but the system is designed against us. So how is that our fault if the Creator gave us life and liberty?
What system are you talking about? The United States of America? You have your remedy, sweetheart, to become an American national, to become a secure party creditor again, like you were born.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I had to pull it up too. All right, Sandy. So Sandy says, but the system is designed against us. So how is it that our fault if the Creator gave us life and liberty? Okay. Now, because you went into default is your fault.
Mm-hmm. See, a lot of people don't. You got to really go into, because they don't understand that they don't know that they had responsibilities.
Right.
Because we weren't taught this by our parents. Because
right.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that,
like,
yeah, go ahead.
Default. Yeah. You go ahead. You want to go? Go ahead.
No. I think you're better at explaining this.
Okay. All right. Because we as a people went into default, meaning that we as a people depreciated in our value. Okay. I don't know if, after a couple of generations of being trust fund babies, just living the vida loca, that we forgot and never was taught how to really take responsibility. Like, as I track back by knowing my noble royal heritage, I had to really sit in myself and say, well, how did this happen? What happened is that people stopped teaching how to be trustees. They stopped teaching you how to balance your books. They stopped teaching you how to get equitable redress. Mm-hmm. They stopped teaching you how to remain in private capacity with minimum contact and not to be belligerent. Because we were so busy being trust fund babies. Mm-hmm. I want a Camaro. I'm going to go crash into a tree. Mama going to go get me another one. I got unlimited credit card. I'm going to do what I want to do. I have indignity. I mean, I'm indignified. I'm just righteous. It's just this. It's just that. It's whatever. But you never learn the principles of how to remain in that status.
Okay. I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to tell you where the disconnect is. A lot of us have to be reprogrammed, because we really, really actually think that
somebody owe us something.
Not only that, but that our roots began as slaves.
Oh yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah, that is a lie. Okay,
mm-hmm.
That is, history was taught to you backward.
I think Jesus was one of them boats, wasn't it? But anyway,
No. This was our land. The original Constitution was written by us. We weren't. Oh my God! It's so much.
Back to the family of nations. Go ahead.
So there's this whole permeating lie that through generations has been passed down, that the so-called white man was always on top, and like go back to the other thing that we said earlier. We're not attacking anyone. We're looking for people who share our principles. I don't care what color you are, because at the end of the day, as the system is designed, we're all chattel property until we go through this process. Some niggas might be in the house, some niggas might be in the field, but to a certain extent, we all kind of niggas. You understand what I'm saying? To this corporate entity that is the United States Corporation. But we have to really relearn history, because history is always taught by the winners, and the history that's been taught to us is false. Where are the slave ships? Where are they? You ever ask yourself that?
I got a question, Janelle.
Yeah.
Mama Bright asked, what's a default? What do you mean? Can somebody explain that? What's default?
I'm going to pass that to Tiffany.
Okay. Default. All right, guys. Now, if you're a part of Lamu Maxim Foundation, within the mentoring sessions, you get a clear understanding of public-private law. And within public law comes administrative law. And this is the jurisdiction that they use through these districts, okay? Because we have, I'm gonna give you some back math, because I have to give you a timeline to kind of pull you in, okay? Now, we know that the United States is in the District of Columbia, which is a 12 square mile radius, right? But how is it that they have dominion kind of all over America? Because of the fact that they're able to transfer their jurisdiction through districts, okay? And within these districts have what they call quasi-judicial systems or quasi-legislative systems, all right? And when they're able to do that, they have the ability to create their own bylaws, which is where you would get statutory, where you would get codes and regulations of that sort. Like, for instance,
Constitution. People need to understand that there are two constitutions. You got the
wait a second, we ain't there yet, because right now we're not there yet. We're not talking about formation of District of Columbia, but good, very valid point. They basically connect their tentacles to these federal agencies, okay, which is their districts, and then these districts have their subsidiaries, right, that you do contracting with every day, okay? Say, for instance, you got a power bill. You don't pay that power bill. They send you a past due notice. They put you on notice that you didn't pay this power bill. The next notice is a final warning. They gave you a notice of claim, notice of non-performance. Then the next notice was a notice of default because we're coming to turn off your power for non-payment. That is an administrative procedure under administrative law, where these districts that are operating under administrative law with their legislative and judicial authority are able to practice. That's why it is very important that we know simple contracting. What is the first thing I told you to go do, Janelle? What was the first class I told you to go take?
I took a contracting class.
From where?
From edx.org. That's Harvard.
How much did it cost you?
It was free.
From a Yale, from Harvard?
From
A
Harvard.
Harvard prestigious college giving out free
Yeah, I got a certificate and everything.
Okay. So, default. Because ignorance of the law is no excuse when you're dealing in public law, which is administrative law. And that is how they get you into default, because they're saying we gave you all the publications. We gave you everything that you needed to know to get equitable remedy, and it was for free. But you didn't want to read.
Yeah.
Now, back to Janelle, because you were going to say something about these two constitutions. What are you talking about? 1871, 18, yeah, formation of District of Columbia. Yeah, there are two different constitutions. There is the Constitution of the United States, and there's Constitution 4.
Yeah, so there's this lie that, yeah, pretty much what you said, that there's those
hey, sis.
You know, they're actually, oh, she said, hey.
Hey.
Can you refill my cup?
You gotta tell the people, hey, we missed you.
Hi.
Hey, wife. How you doing?
I'm well, and yourself?
All is well.
I'm getting drunk off this grape juice. No turn up.
Look at Ari's eyes. She must have got the real bottle back there. You drink grape juice.
But yeah, so there are two constitutions, you know, and a lot of times when we're still in our debtor status, we invoke the Constitution, but it doesn't apply to us. The real Constitution has laws that are inalienable. Like, for example, you have the right to traverse the land uninhibited. Well, the other Constitution, which is the municipal Constitution, which is nothing but a corporate charter that has statutes and codes, says that, well, you need a license to traverse the land. You know, well, that doesn't sink. How can, you know, how does the Constitution say that, you know, we have the right to travel the highways and byways, and you got this other thing that says, well, I need a license to do it? Doesn't jive, because they're two different documents that we're referring to here. So when you are still a debtor, the one that applies to you is the municipal Constitution, which are those statutes and those codes that say you gotta have a license pretty much to do anything, because the municipal Constitution makes everything illegal. You're an employee of the corporation.
Hey, Janelle.
Yeah.
Not even to cut you off. Sorry.
What?
You even gotta have a license to love somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
License.
Right.
You got to have a license to
contract. We need to ensure this, because we don't think it's going to work out. Because if you coming to us, it can't be holy matrimony.
Right.
So since we're doing a corporate merger, let's get some insurance on these two sureties.
Oh, and not only that, but any property that comes out of the union, which includes your children, we own that. That's us. Right. That's why we can come send CPS to your house and we can take your kids, because that's our property, you know. So that's the deception right there. That, you know, yeah, there are two constitutions. That's the deception. So when you go through this process of nationalizing and becoming a secured party creditor and ultimately an American national, that original Constitution, you fall back into the republic. And that is the jurisdiction for which you deal with privately. That, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot to learn, but it's
you're right. While you're right there talking about privately, Sister Sandy, because I know you're right there. Sister Sandy says equitable remedy. Layman that down. What you mean? How you get equitable remedy, Janelle? in your private capacity?
Oh, you got to learn contracting. You know, you got to learn contracting. You have to do A for V's. You got to learn that there's no truth unless it's an affidavit form. You understand what I'm saying?
Unrebutted affidavit.
Yeah, it
Is
stands as
truth
law. It stands as
in
truth.
law. Right.
You gotta learn how to default these folks.
Exactly. There's another sister we know, like, you need to get them in default, girl. But in any event, I'm gonna go ahead and touch on that. And then, you know, if you've been around as long as Janot, as long as Taj, Taquana, she's been with us for a little while, but if you've been around with me as long as they have, as far as when me and Prophet really came out, one of the things that we really stressed that you get an understanding, excuse me, beside the LIBOR code was the 20 maxims of equity. Because equity is the only place where a private party is going to get equitable remedy. Okay? Because now we're dealing in equity. Because equity is equality. Okay? And equity, to receive equity, you must come in clean hands. Okay? So when we're dealing with certain jurisdictions, and when you are out of a statutory jurisdiction, because you're not going to get remedy there. Have you been getting it there so far? No. All right. You have to change your venue to a court of equity, if it even has to go that far. But privately, without even leaving the confinement of your own compound, you should be able to do your own private administrative procedure, where then you put them on notice, just like I said, the power company put you on notice. They don't respond, non-response. They don't want an opportunity to cure. They don't want to do that either. Well, notice the default. Okay? And you take that default down and you go into their jurisdiction. You pull that citizen up to your venue where you want it to go in a court of equity. Now, that is like a scenario if harm is being brought upon you. You know, that was a situation that happened. If you look at the YouTube video that me and Prophet did on the maxims of equity, when we recorded the whole court hearing of when we had a situation when someone wanted to bring harm against us. The judge said, see how we're having audio disturbance? They don't like the truth, but I'm going to bring it to you anyways.
Bring it, baby.
Because what land are we from, Taj? This is the land of the what?
Home of the brave, land of the free.
Thank you. So I'm gonna bring it to you one more time. You watch that equity video of that live court hearing, and you will clearly hear that judge say, "I am a judge that upholds the law." What is the law? What is that? Because I follow under the divine creator, the divine law. So I don't know what, I don't know. You're right. I don't understand what you're saying. Please forgive me. Now, when you listen to that video, you will hear him say, I don't deal in equity. I deal in law. I follow the law. Dismiss that part. So, you know, you really need to understand those 20 maxims of equity, and that will definitely assist you in the longevity and what you're trying to overcome. Okay, because you're, like Janot said, you're going to have to know how to contract, period. And on top of understanding how to contract, you're going to have to know the how to do a private administrative procedure, because everything that you do is an administrative procedure. You're dealing with administrators. When you're appointing someone to be a fiduciary, they are fulfilling an administrative role. A trustee is an administrator. So we have to make sure that when we are in a situation where forced suretyship or forced trusteeship is placed upon us, that we are able to come to equitable terms in contracting, because who creates the contract owns the contract. So what is it? First in who?
First in line.
First in time.
First in time.
Yeah. Some of these things that we may be saying, I hope it's not going over your heads, but it probably, to a certain extent is, if this is new information to you. So that's why, we invite you guys. We're having, when is the orientation for new members?
Mondays 9:30, right? So when we do the live videos.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to post the information. But this is life-changing stuff. At the end of this process, you really will be, for the most part, you will feel unstoppable. You really will, because these are the things they don't teach us.
Right.
They don't teach us about trust law. They don't teach us about equity. They don't teach us about how to discharge debt. How to put injunctions and fee schedules and have bonds on file at the church. These are the things that the so-called Jews teach their kids in those synagogues.
Right.
Because it's private information. It's private education. Don't you dare think that you're supposed to be privy to this information going to public school. It's not going to happen.
Even in the area I live in, the schools are gated. Like they even have their children go to different schools so they can teach them right.
And then we got this whole thing, and it could be happening. I don't know. But people talking about, oh, in those synagogues, they be drinking blood. That's what they be in there. No, they be in there having trust class.
Yes.
Learning how to run the world.
How about that?
That's what they be in there doing. You thinking they in there stabbing babies and drinking blood and grinding up meat from McDonald's?
Scared to go check it out, huh? Just like the courthouse.
Yeah.
Got you hitting the floor for the mailman. Got you hitting the floor to go to the courthouse. Got you hitting the floor to go to the IRS. What? You need to be making some friends. What you need to do. What you need to do, because I'm gonna tell you like this. This why y'all getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. This why you're getting in trouble, because you think that you just so superior that you don't have an understanding of keeping your minimum contact.
Belligerent.
Say it again, sis. What?
They're being belligerent.
It was shalom on the walk up. Okay.
Listen, when we say being belligerent, we're not talking about bowing down, because when people hear that word, they automatically think that you're going into some type of subservient or submissive.
Well, then maybe they need to go read the definition of what belligerent is and stay off YouTube University.
I mean,
there's an online etymology. And when you join Lamour Mexum, you get a complete law library with the Ballantines and all 9 editions of the Black Laws, so that you are very astute in what you need to be talking about, because you can't be out here double-minded. You want to stand on your square, but you can't even figure out what the affidavit you bought said for you to even perform when you get there for your appearance, because you didn't even know you were supposed to be there on special
appearance.
Hey,
you don't even know what your juris status is. You in there talking about I'm a what? You're a who? Who? Try it. because they got a label for y'all. They calling y'all sovereign citizens now, and I'm like,
yeah. And the cuckoo doctor is waiting in the corner, waiting to drag your ass for a mental evaluation.
Yeah, they in there. And I was watching one of them. Talking about, yeah, that one needs a manager. That one right there. I was watching one of the court hearings. I'm a sovereign citizen. Say what? Yeah, and the judge was like, he needs a manager. What's a manager? What is a manager?
Oh, yeah.
It's a trustee.
Yeah.
Oh, even better.
Right.
What you say, Tosh?
I said even know your pimp. You got to know your pimp, baby.
Know your pimp. All right. But belligerent is something that I will always instill in all of your craniums. I want you to go to sleep having nightmares about you out there acting belligerent. I want you, before you even go file your name change, to be shell-shocked of the fact that they might think that you're a belligerent.
Hey, Janelle, what's that scripture? What's that scripture, bro? A double-minded man is what?
Oh, you gotta. I put the Bible down a long time ago. Once I came to say you got.
Well, you can't worship. You can't worship two masters.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
In all his ways. So you out here thinking you black, and that's not the truth. You unstable.
Now that's speaking with forked tongue.
That's right.
Yeah.
Forked tongue. So
go ahead, Tosh. You
No,
getting it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm riding in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, this process, it frees you from constructs. You know, it really does. It brings you into a place of peace. You know, because you become confident in your abilities, and then you stop looking for other things to kind of validate what's already inside of you. You know what I mean? You were born a secure party creditor. Like, we really have to understand that fact. The only thing we haven't done up to this point is put them on notice.
Right.
You know, so that's what this process is putting them on notice, and then it's learning how to be an adult.
And removing them from their fiduciary responsibilities as being your manager.
Right.
Who needs leaders? Like Janelle, you said earlier, all right? Why do you got to go to school to know not to lie?
Yeah.
Why do you need to go to school to know not to steal?
Yeah.
Why do you need to go to school to know not to cast false witness on your siblings?
Or murder somebody?
Why do you know not to be inappropriately doing things to other humans? Like, why do you need to go to school to know that you have to pay your bills?
You're getting into another territory now. Because
I'm just saying, who needs leaders? You don't lead yourself. You know, I see, because Janelle, God tell you, it's an androgynous thing. Yeah. And when, it's like a north-south thing. And it's like, I hear some of these stories and I'm like, why did you even need for that to even occur for it to even take place? We have to seriously take responsibility. Okay. This is a creditor's game. And we need to change the mindset. Okay? Because Lama Maxim Foundation, we collapse in false realities. Right? We collapse in all, like, whatever, keep it moving, mind your business. Because if you was really doing something, you'd be too busy to even pay attention to what they doing, because you're too busy paying your dues to your community and you revolving group economically.
Yeah.
That's what you call revolving currency, is revolving the energy, the frequency amongst each other that is creating a whole new generation, a whole new paradigm of information. That's unity. That's synergy. That's evolution.
Yeah. Yeah. That's reparations.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been redeemed. Yeah.
Reparations,
On
repairing.
my R for
Wake
V.
everybody up with that word.
Hold on. Reparations, repairing a nation. You ain't gonna get no reparation without no nation. So you need to come on home.
First step, nationality.
Because nationality is the order of the day.
I gotta go to Mama over here. I'm about to put you up. Please tell them what's first step. What's the prerequisite?
Nationality.
No A for B's. You worry about discharging debt. You still got that deficit mentality. It's not gonna work. It's not. Do what you gotta do. Discharge it all later. Nationality. You can't skip the first step. Not.
Taquana.
Yeah.
Can you explain to the people that we are not a credit repair agency?
We are not a credit repair agency.
We're not an agency, period.
Organization, company.
We are a foundation.
Right.
Family. Look at
that
me.
Part.
Home.
Chilling.
Look.
Chilling. That part.
Right.
We are a foundation. And this is just the beginning, y'all. Like, for real. Once we all get to a different status, there are other things that we need to do. All right? Our mothers, we talk all the time about how we're tired of our children going to these institutions.
Right.
Because of the fact that now, it's just daycare. It's like free daycare to get so that you could go and channel yourself to your daycare and get paid for it, so you could turn around and pay for their daycare. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? The mothers have work to do.
Right.
The fathers have work to do.
Yes.
And we need to do it within our homes first. Okay, we need set aside communities. It could be block communities. It could be whatever type of haven that you want to establish. Okay, because we need to create a community to where our children can grow up with each other and go to the same schools of like mind and develop each other on a degree level and not a disassociative category level.
Right.
All right. Like I got big visions.
Yeah.
Because it always starts with the girl next door. But if the girl next door was an American national and y'all went to the same school, how could you ever end up with a citizen? How could we ever end up back here?
We're going to have stipulations.
Focused on civics, secured creditor, and trust.
Right.
How can we ever end up back here? We wouldn't even have to force arranged marriages at that point.
Right.
Because when you got little princesses and you got little princes and you're sitting there like, everything that I put in and all the work that I put in for, I'll be damned. Yeah. Literally.
Yeah. It's self-worth. You don't realize what you're worth, so you're not even gonna want to deal with debtors.
Can I say this?
Yeah, Taj, let me get over there.
All right. Going back to this whole thing about people coming to us exclusively to work on your credit, to help you out, get you out of your problems. We would be doing you a disservice by cleaning your credit and did not change your mindset and did not show you how to become a national. To me, that is the same thing like taking a homeless person off the street, giving them a baby wipe and spraying them down with some cologne. and putting you back out on the street.
Well, wait a minute, Taj, because I want to make sure they get an understanding. We do show them how to clean their credit, but we're not going to do it for you.
Right. What I'm saying is that can't be the first.
Industry.
Right. That can't be the first thing. The first thing is your nationality.
Yes,
the very first thing. Because if you don't correct your status, none of that matters.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Don't call us when you get in trouble.
Y'all know can I say it?
Go ahead.
Don't mess around and get kidnapped. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Who that?
Is it for you?
As far as the credit thing is concerned, once you correct your status and you become a secure party creditor, you're going to discharge everything anyway.
So what's the rush? Right. You've been a debtor your whole damn life. Like,
yeah, I mean,
and I say damned not to be cussing, but it was a curse, and you were damned with having to be a debtor because you were born into sin with your social identification number, and for the wages for your labor, your wages that you worked for was death, you deceding the state.
Yeah. Read the book of Job.
Job.
And quit right now. Quit that stuff. What you doing that for?
Yeah. Hey, look, you saw what happened. Everything you worked for,
gone.
Now he realized he was secure party creditor, that he got everything back. You got to read between the lines, man.
Why is this happening to me? Just end it now. Boy, you better get up and take responsibility.
That's right. That's right. So, anybody else? Oh, Sandy had one more question dealing with the Native Americans, their situation about them becoming belligerent drunks and loss of self and their culture and the morals. Well, Sandy, they had no culture because they stole it from us.
Yeah, a Native American is a construct.
It's a misnomer. It's a byword.
Yeah, we're Aboriginals.
We're autochthonous.
Yes.
And just maybe there's such thing as what's that word? As I forget the word. Payback. What's that word?
Retributions.
No, not.
I don't know. That's the only one that I hear.
Karma.
Okay, you know what? Just so she understands or understands, those people you call Native Americans, those people are actually a mixture of Spaniards.
Thank you.
And other people who actually descend out of Russia.
Right.
Those people, the Native American is you.
Right. Born on the soil.
Born on the soil. You were
right.
You. Now that doesn't mean, that everybody didn't come from Africa, and that's a whole nother subject because you're actually on Africa, but we'll go ahead.
Right.
Not going there. You're not going there.
I'm Peruvian. I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all got to get it together because this boat, y'all going to be stuck with them. I'm out of here.
Yeah, you been watching?
But the people that you're referring to they're not the original Aboriginal of this land.
They go everywhere and say they're original.
It's kind of like a chain of events. You got the Autochthonans, which is like next to the Aborigines that created the Aboriginals that created the natives. So it's kind of like it's like evolution. But we ain't gonna go there because then we're gonna end up in hybrid DNA.
Right. And just because, ladies and gentlemen, just because you weren't born here in the 50 states does not mean you're not an American.
How many Americans are there?
3.
South?
Trinity. I say everything works in a three. It's always a trinity.
Right. Even though people say it's not. There's definitely.
So if you're Haitian, if you're Jamaican, whatever, you're Caribbean, you're American.
Yeah, byword, man.
You hear me say? You're American.
Yeah, that is true.
And stop listening to these Negroes telling your ass to go back to Africa.
Right.
What kind of nigga is that?
Stop listening to them niggas, man. Like, for real. Like, I'm just going to say it. And I'm not trying to shit on nobody politics or whatever.
Here we go.
I don't know, man, because it's some crazy people out here, man. Like, I just watched a video today of some people, you know, and I don't want to name names because it seems like I'm attacking, you know, someone. But why would you give up your claim to this place where you are? This is your land.
Can I ask you a question? What part of Africa is you going without a visa? You know, what part of Africa is they going without a visa?
You going to go see Black Panther? You going to Wakanda, nigga?
What kind of people are those? You going to an imaginary place in Africa?
I don't know, y'all, but ever since I was like yay high up on the yonder, they've been asking me for $1 a day. So I was sitting there talking to Taj, and I was like,
I'm sorry.
wait a minute. I was talking to Taj earlier. I was like, what? That was the Wakanda Black Panther old knowing you supposed to be a jaguar. Y'all done went over there because I'm like, come on now. The what? Y'all didn't get paid for y'all's diamonds. You ain't getting paid for your own natural resources. So it sounds like you're just going from flourishing land of milk and honey to a more degrading debtor society. They don't even want to pay you for your own natural resources. That's a shame.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Fire, man. And a lot of people, you know,
30 cents a day.
Yeah, they
I'm sorry.
They get disillusioned, man. Because they actually think America is the corporation.
It's not. Got it wrong.
It's not. Y'all confused. You're confused.
Right.
Yeah.
I once was. No, I'm not.
You got the republic and the democracy, and it's always been there. But you have two. That's when Yehuda was telling you about the two constitutions. You have the corporation, and then you have the republic. Okay, where you get the nation states. We got to bring this back because this is what is missing. You got chief niggas running off to Canada talking about craziness, about plenipotentiary and all types of wickedness. Like, dude, your scary self done ran off the map. Like, gone somewhere.
They can't
come back. Just said, don't cross. Don't. We got border control waiting on you. But anyways, we need to get serious. But really, we need to pull it back to the family of nations. Okay? And the family of nations simply was different tribes, different nation states, different body politics that had different cultures, different customs, but they all agreed on the same principles.
We got family, our tribe that we got so far.
Right. Like, you're not all going to want to be part of La Mule Maxim Republic. Okay? That's fine. It's not like suretyship. We're not going to force trusteeship on you, you know? But
I think our family's going to stay.
What'd you say?
Our family's going to stay. They ain't going nowhere.
Well, you know, that's written in stone. Right. So I ain't gonna fret about things like that.
I already told you ain't getting rid of me. You can't get rid of me, anime. I'm up in here.
See what I gotta deal with, y'all.
That's
I love
right.
them though. I love them to life. You know, that's my family. But what I was saying is that we got to get back to that, you know, and that's why in our platform we promote you to be that. We give you the tools for you to be your own nation state.
Yeah.
If you get there and you realize, I don't think I want to pull this off, you know, I kind of just want to benefit. Cool. Figure out what culture, what customs, but we have to have these nation states in place for these beneficiaries or whoever, or these trustees, so that they can come and they can facilitate to run what needs to be done, and we can come together as confederacies to be the family of nations.
Yeah.
That's what's missing. Okay, and you don't have to go through all that crazy stuff. To be real with you,
What the hell?
it's called an incorporated municipality.
Yeah.
It's where you get self-autonomy and where you get self-governance, where you don't have to adhere to the state constitution. You ain't got to adhere to the United States Constitution, because that is not for you. Don't you be out here being belligerent talking about you're a sovereign citizen because you think that you've got rights protected by the Constitution. If anything, you have constitutionally unalienable protected rights from the Constitution for America, not the United States. All right? So we need to pull this guy on in. We got some work to do. There are other nations that need to be done. Where are the Ali's at, Taj?
We got one. We got one that's declaring his name. We got one in the group.
Hold on, wait. I gotta put you on full screen because this is new. What?
We got J. Rue. He declared that he's gonna be an Ali, and all praises due.
You see,
yeah.
You see that?
We need that fire. We need.
But
that
do
fire.
you see that, Taj? You see? Wow.
Yeah. I'm so proud of him.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm proud of him.
Wow, that kind of just had me sit back. Like you should have texted me that first, because now I'm like emotional and stuff now.
I'm really proud of him.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we really got to pull this in. Yeah. And there's work to be done. And don't you let nobody give up your birthright. And don't you let nobody convince you to fight for what is a gift for you. This is a gift.
You can't come and see it.
Okay?
The war is over. The only war that exists is the one with yourself. Like, there's no reason to fight. There's no reason to fight the police. There's no reason to fight the judge. There's no reason to fight anyone.
Shalom on the walk up.
You know, and I know for some people that's a hard concept to swallow, because our whole lives we've been conditioned to fight. You get a ticket, go fight the ticket.
And it ain't no MK Ultra.
It's not. You get taught to fight everything, you know. But you're fighting things and you're not even your proper person. Right. You know, once you're in your proper person, there's no fight.
Right.
You expending all that energy shadow boxing. Come on now. Working up a sweat. You working up a sweat shadow boxing. It's time out for
shadow
that.
Self.
You shadow boxing. Come on.
Yeah.
So, well.
Yeah, Taj, you know your department. Let the people know where they can get at us. Let them know what we got going on. Let them know when class starts. Give them the juice.
All right, guys, you can get at us on Facebook. You can get at us on the group messaging. You can get at us on YouTube now. You can leave your information in the questionnaire in the box. We're going to have a orientation class on Mondays, and our office hours are 10 to 6 Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Sundays, we are completely off. So unless you get kidnapped, don't you dare touch that dial. Don't you pick up that phone. Don't you text me. Don't you send me no YouTube videos. All right? Because I love y'all like honey bun cakes. But we're going to see y'all around like a donut. And we truly love you. And thank y'all for hanging in there with us. And we're going to shalom all the way up top. But you know what? I didn't even say it right. We got to let Tiffany in that one. Tiffany, take that away.
It's shalom, shalom on the walk up. Come on up here. It's getting boring. I've been dancing by myself. Y'all got me making funny Facebook videos because I ain't got nothing to do with my time because I was giving all my time back. You know, I had to go get me some friends. But in any event.
And Tiffany, she be busy, so email me first.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this though, you know, and just the only reason Ty said what he said is that, you know, we love to help, we're available, you know, but we also have private lives as well, you know. Right. So let's just try to be respectful, you know, please adhere to the business hours unless it's a complete and total utter emergency, like you got kidnapped.
Well, you know, you need to get you a tribe. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say, because I'm going to say this one more time. This ain't for everybody.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay?
We don't just take anybody. We won't.
No, we don't. No, we don't, you know? But I'm going to say it like this. You out there being belligerent, and you getting yourself in certain situations that your spirit told you, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe you should listen, okay? Because even though we got the tools, come get you. It ain't for everybody. So you're gonna have to put in your work because faith without work is dead. Right. And don't be out here being belligerent, being a deceit in a state. Civiliter mertus. Black's Law that. We did a whole YouTube video on that. What is your status as far as the Black's Law can see? Check that out. All right. Taj informed you what you can do. The next class for mentoring is going to be May 5th, which is the first of Cinco de Mayo, because I'm a Mexican. Yeah. So the first class is going to be the first class is going to be May 5th. You can send your correspondence to Guana, Taj. Keep in mind, my I don't know about Taj, but my Facebook inbox gets flooded. Like I barely even get through there. There's so much that goes on Facebook. But if you would like to get information on the required documentation to join mentoring for that scheduled class, you can email taj.day.lamu.amexum.foundation@gmail, or you can email taekwana.lamu.amexum.foundation@gmail. All right, and you guys will go ahead and get everything that you need to get your lives together, because you got to get your lives, okay? You got to come alive first.
Just to add, we're in the process of revamping our website. We're really excited about the things that we have coming. Like it's going to be awesome, guys. Like this process, you know, we're going to break it down into minute bite-sized portions for you, so you guys can get all of the understanding, so you'll feel confident moving forward. I can't say enough about how excited I am. So you know, just be on the lookout for that. We're working pretty much around the clock on that. So, you know, just stay tuned. That's it. Anything else? Yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned. You know, we're gonna try. Are we doing this Lamu and Maxim production every Friday now? Is this our thing?
I like it.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Anytime I get an opportunity to commune with my community, I'm digging it. So, yes, it does get pretty busy. I know a lot of people have been blowing up my phone, but I have a lot of things that are going on in the background. But I had to go out and, you know, putting you guys in my foremind, I had to make sure to get adequate administrators that will be able to assist everybody. So I think that you can be entrusted with the ones that have been appointed, you know, to go ahead and delegate things, because there's a lot more things that's going on. And you know, Tiffany Israel is the investigative journalist. I'm gonna take you there. So with that said, shalom, shalom. We come in peace.
Peace.
No.
Shalom.